Ah, feel that breeze.
Let's plan our next move. Awesome! Keep it up! Let's plan our next move.
We need to weed out enemies like this one.
Quit causing trouble, you troublemaker!
I'll carry on from here.
I have been summoned. This power!
I can still fight.
Alright, bullseye! Utilize your power!
I can still fight.
Alright.
Take this!
Gladly! Let's help it! You saved me. Thanks.
It was a close call. We were almost too late. Why did you wander off on your own?
Oh, look in the mirror, buddy.
Oh, now what?
I mean, that you made me wonder if Grappevine might be the cause of the problems in the burrow. Don't get me wrong, this could all still be by the goddess's will, but I wasn't quite as sure anymore. And you all seem so convinced that something could be done, so I wanted to check. But then I got attacked.
Huh. And here I thought you were mad at us again. Glad to see we've convinced you to change your stubborn ways.
That's one way to put it.
Destiny doesn't just fall into your lap every time.
Maybe. But you weren't able to figure out what keeps the flowers from blooming either, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not experts in gardening. But when in doubt, it's best to ask for help. Jule, do you know where the elemental of wood is?
Dryad? Easy peasy. Let me give her a ring. Oh, Dryad. Oh, yes, hello. Jeepers, you got here fast. Were you nearby? Oh, forgive me. That is to say, I was looking for you, Jule. But then I saw you were tied up with Grappevine and wasn't certain what to do. Oh, dear, the alms. Please excuse me. I am known as Dryad.
A particular pleasure indeed, Dryad. We were just inquiring as to your whereabouts.
Yes, I could hear you from over there, and I think I may know what caused all of this fuss. As Jule guessed, Grappevine was the one behind it all. It absorbed all the nutrients from the plants, stunting their growth. That's why the flowers wouldn't blossom.
Well, the monster is gone now. So that means...
The flowers, my friends! Dryad, this is great. There'll be an alm after all. We can expect the blooms at any moment. Gee whiz! There's still so much to do. I have to get ready to welcome the fairy. Meet you back in Verdius.
He's got some spring in his step now.
Could I ask you, Alms, and you, Sir Solgard, to join Jule?
Sure.
Irregular as the situation may be, you will be one of the few pilgrimages to see the flowering firsthand. That should count for something, I think.
Jule's in a better mood. I guess he gets grouchy when he's worried.
Lucky for us. For now, let's head to the appointment ceremony of the Alm of Wood.
Let's plan our next move.
Dryad, come on! Shake a root! Again, my apologies for the delay. I was considering Verdius' future and consulting with the denizens of the woods and such. Now then, let me see. With this spring breeze, I bid the trees awaken, bloom forth! Huh? Whoa! How unexpected! No flowers on the sleeping trees, but a flower blossoming right out of your head! Ow! Blossoming, sproutling Jule! By the grace of the goddess of mana, I name you the Alm of Wood. Ah, this scent is divine! My hibernating friends didn't bloom. I did. A humble custodian like me? And I thought only dormant sproutlings were fated to blossom.
Oh, yes, well, you see, I was planning to choose you from the very beginning. That's why I went searching for you. Would you, Jule, be my emissary to the Mana Tree and fulfill the duty of the Alm of Wood?
You got it, Dryad! Oh, but if I'm the Alm of Wood, who will stay to tend and water my sleeping friends? They could brown or shrivel up and wither without proper hydration. I can't leave them alone like that, Dryad. That'd be worse than any disaster that could befall Vertius.
Jule? Oh, come to us. We have a message for you.
Wait, that's...
Jule? What's wrong?
I can hear my friends. They want to tell me something. Come on, let's go talk to them.
I didn't notice anything, but I guess Jule could hear the voices of his friends. Better stick with him and check this out.
Jule, you kept us company with your joyful singing. We asked Dryad to choose you as the Alm on our behalf. That monster in Milo's woods has been draining us of our mana. We have nothing to spare on our buds. Grapplovine is defeated, but it will take time before we can bloom again. Too much time to avoid the destruction of the burrow.
But what will you do without a custodian? You'll dry up.
Don't worry about us. Things will work out. Believe in the future of the burrow. We need you to convey the wishes of the Sproutlings to the Mana Tree.
But you've all waited so long for the chance to be an Alm. I can't take that honor away.
Then use this, and together we will see the future flourish.
Wowie, the elemental vessel. Dryad Sprig.
Oh, dear. So that's where it went. We forgot to return it before we went to sleep. Sorry. But now that our work here is done, I think it's time to go back to sleep. Enjoy the Mana Tree, Jule. We'll see each other again.
Take the words of encouragement from your countrymen to heart. You're lucky they can see you off on your journey. There was no one left in my hometown of Aetern to wish me luck when I left with Val. But maybe, just maybe, there's a chance at bringing some life back to the parish if I complete the alms duty. That's my hope, at least.
Morley's right. It would have been nice to leave the Veil with everyone's blessing, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Everyone at home always told me I wasn't fit to be an Alm. But this journey has given me a lot to think about now that I'm here.
And this from the person lecturing me about alms and duties just a moment ago. Sounds like the pilgrimage hasn't been easy so far. Thanks for putting up with me earlier. I look forward to our journey together. As short as it is. The Mana Tree's just over there, after all.
Happy to have you, Jule. Oh, what are we going to do about the greenery blocking our way out of Vertius?
I apologize. That was my doing. I wanted to ensure that the path to the Mana Tree was protected. I will clear the way. Please give me a moment.
The Mana Tree is so close now. Though, I shouldn't get ahead of myself.
new power!
I feel the power of the elements. Auron's still out there. Whatever I can do to prepare, I should do it in the burrow. Let's rest up!
Dryad, we made it!
Oh, good! I shall open the path for you. Heave, heave, and whoosh! There you are!
We have come upon the far corner of Milos Woods.
Once we get out of here, our goal should be in sight.
Excuse me, Sir Solgard? Beyond these trees is what is known as the Sanctuary of Mana. Unfortunately, only the alms are permitted to enter. The Solgard cannot go past the entrance.
Yeah, I know. Either way, first I have my duty to Hina to fulfill. I will get her core stone back.
The merchant sisters saw Auron when they were going up the Jack Tree, right? You're not gonna wait for him here, are you?
If only we had an idea of his plans, we could try and head him off.
I don't know the fella, but if this Aaron went to the trouble of climbing up to Elucia, he probably wants something from the Mana Tree, right? Why don't we stick together at least until we reach the entrance? Who knows? Maybe he'll come to you.
You're right. Let's forge ahead for now.
Oh, do be safe on your travels.
Thanks for the pick-me-up.
There is a barrier around the Mana Sanctuary. Only alms are able to cross it, I am afraid.
What? Really? But what if we get surrounded by monsters and we don't have Val to take them on?
Don't worry. No monsters can trespass in the sanctuary.
Sounds like Morley did his research. The goddess protects the sanctuary from monsters with that barrier. Milos Woods and the Sanctuary of Mana are all a part of the spirit realm. Or they were at least.
The what now? Spirit realm?
Well, it's a realm, but for spirits. It's where elementals and sproutlings came from. In the past, it used to be separate from the mortal realm, where humans live. The Mana Goddess used to be able to protect the spirit realm from monsters. But when all the realms merged, that changed.
Merged, you say?
Yup. Once monsters began to emerge in Milos, the goddess had to create the barrier to protect the sanctuary. It's really strong. Strong enough to protect the goddess and the mana tree. So don't worry. There's no way a silly monster could break through and get us.
Oh. Well, okay then. If you're sure.
Every place we visit is unique. Under the Cliffs was not nearly as unsullied as this climate.
We are pretty close to the mana tree. Plus, barely anyone but the convoy of arms ever passes through here.
Not people, but it looks like monsters sure do. Tread carefully.
The spirit's strength.
I feel that... Are you fond of music, Julay?
Sure am. I've composed 1,460 original songs to date.
1,460 songs? How bored were you? So lucky I didn't go all out. Lend me your strength. Keep them coming. I'm falling! Whoa there. Gotcha. Keep them coming.
Not to be nosy, but have you noticed Val spaces out a lot?
Oh, that's probably when he's thinking about Hina.
Huh. Being human comes with a lot of strange hang-ups, if you ask me.
Rival remains. Who eats punks like you for breakfast? Keep them coming. Let's rest our feet a bit. Taking this. Let me your strength. Whoa there.
Julay, don't your feet hurt from walking on this terrain without shoes?
Hurt? Why would they hurt? These feet were made for walking. What about you? Don't your feet get tired of being crammed in those stiff things all day?
I never thought about it like that.
Oh, yeah. Taking this. Gotcha. middle of a forest, but it looks like the night sky.
Oh, that's right! Not a lot of things float down on the surface.
They might be pretty, but try not to fall into the poison marshes below.
Noted. Then we shall stick to the tree trunks and make ample use of the spirit's power.
Taking this, Grizzly! Grizzly! Please work! Take it away! Grizzly! Taking this,
Give me your power. Ugh, keep them coming. Oh, yeah. Huh, gotcha. Oh, oh yeah. Oh. Keep them coming. Oh, huh. Gotcha. Oh, what a find! Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out. Oh yeah! Gotcha! How's this? Whoa there! Gotcha! Oh. Huh. Oh, what star?
Come to think of it, there hasn't been an Alm of the Moon for a while now.
Yes. I'm the first in many years, thanks to Val and the others.
I'm not that up to date on current affairs down below, but I'm sure that wasn't easy.
Do it! Give me your power.
they were nothing but hot air.
What wondrous wares! Let us avail ourselves of this acquisition. Let us ponder our next plan. I have gathered some grizzly syrup.
Oh, wow! This place is beautiful!
The way the sun shines upon the verdure looks just like a scene from a fanciful fairy tale.
I assume every convoy before us has also marveled at this view.
The entrance to the sanctuary is up ahead. Nearly there. We're here! This is the entrance to the Sanctuary of Mana itself.
Finally! I'm a bundle of nerves. Excited, anxious, the works. But I guess the mana tree is gonna have to wait. First, we need to get Hina's core stone.
The tree is all the way inside the sanctuary past the gateway, safely tucked away from trespassers and mischief makers.
Auron is likely to be loitering in this location.
This is our last mission before we reach our journey's end.
You said something about a sword being kept here, right?
I sure did. Wanna see? It's stuck in a huge rock. You can't miss it.
Oh, yeah! Taking this.
Finally, we've arrived in the domain of the map.
Is that?
Yup. That's the one and only Mana Sword. Oh, and a visitor.
Auron?
Val, I'm sorry. This was the only way I could get my hands on the Mana Sword.
That's why you're here? The sword?
That's right. Do you even know the miracles I can perform with this power? I can save Liza, cure her of her cursed petrification. And that's not even the half of it. She's still the Alm of Earth. Until I can release her, she'll never be free. That's why I need the sword. I have to change the world for the better. Get rid of the Alm's sacrifice altogether, so that our loved ones don't have to die to preserve the future for the rest of us.
You're saying you sacrificed Hina's life in order to save Liza? We trusted you, Auron. Both of us did. And you betrayed us!
As the Soul Guard, you're charged with ensuring the Alms meet their ends by completing the pilgrimage. You were prepared to lose Hina then? I just made her sacrifice come a little earlier than expected. For the sake of the world, you can hate me. I won't blame you. But with my plan, we'll never have to sacrifice another person ever again. Alms will no longer have a reason to exist. We'll be freed from this horrible tradition of loss and regret.
Sorry, but I think Auron might be right about this. Hina and other Alms before her were denied the life they wanted to live. His words are tempting.
Val, you can't...
Even so. Even so. The Alms have never been just a means to an end. Not to me. Their sacrifice has to mean more than that. This world exists because the Alms carry with them the hopes and dreams of all those who came before and those who will come after them. I know in my heart that this world is sick. But Hina was never meant to be used as a pawn by anyone.
Of course she wasn't. None of us want her life to be lost in vain.
There has to be a way to obtain the Mana Sword without Hina's core stone.
Regardless, this should not be your call. It is pitifully presumptuous of you to assume you know the wishes of all Alms, past and present.
My Sproutling friends entrusted me with this duty, and I mean to see it through. You don't speak for me, mister.
Thanks, everyone. As long as I have friends on this journey who need me, I'll continue to serve them as the Soul Guard. Even if we end our pilgrimage at the Mana Tree, I'm in charge of my own destiny. Hina is my responsibility. You have to return her core stone now, Auron!
You can't stop this. Without a core stone, I can't pry the Mana Sword from this rock. I have to bring back the world of Fadiel for Liza. No. For all of us who don't want to lose the people we hold dear. In the past, there were no alms to sacrifice. Mortals, spirits, Benevodon monsters, even the goddess herself, all lived in the different realms that made up Fadiel. But years ago, The 5 realms were condensed into one. That mangled world was called Kidiel. It's the world that you and I know today. With the power of the Mana Sword, we can return Kidiel to the Fadiel it once was. Split it into a world that doesn't need to have soul offerings. The Mana Sword is right in front of us! They say that only the Chosen One can wield it. If that's the case, then that's just what I'll be. Even if it means betraying my friends, my village, I will have the sword!
Auron! What are you doing with Hina's Core Stone? No, Hina!
You're the voice I heard from the Megalith, aren't you?
Stop it! Hina!
Earth shall be first.
Earth? Give me that sword! I earned it!
Auron! Return Hina's Core Stone now!
You are not even worth the stretch of my sword arm.
It can't be. Delophos? After all this time?
My. Correct, Sproutling. Your reward is the ruination that awaits you all.
Can't have Hina's Core Stone! I won't let him!
I never saw myself battling against the two Delophos in this lifetime.
I will take over.
rest up.
Karina taking over.
This was our victory.
Let's rest our feet a bit.
Oh, yeah! Taking this.
Finally, we've arrived in the domain of the map.
Fire! You can't have Tina's core stone. I won't let him!
I never saw myself battling against the hero Delos in this lifetime. The Soulful.
Can't!
too powerful!
There's no way we can win this!
All our advances will be futile if our adventure ends here.
I'm all for retreating personally. Trent, you're helping us?
This land will not be desecrated by the powers of evil on my watch.
Never thought I'd see the Overseer of the Sanctuary intervene like this.
Now is the time to withdraw, Alms.
No! I can't just run away! I have to save Hina! I have to get her core stone!
Listen, this isn't a fight we can win right now. We have to pull back.
Curse it all! Now Hina's core stone is...
How did a man like that get trapped outside the sanctuary?
For Wheeler Woe, he knows not our whereabouts.
Trent's probably keeping him plenty busy.
First things first, who is Trent? For that matter, who is De La Who's It?
Golly, you don't know anything, do you? I'm not a historian, but I'll summarize what I can. Trent is one of the goddess's emissaries. He watches over the entrance to the sanctuary to keep the people who aren't supposed to be in there out. I guess you could call him a neutral overseer. His job is to protect the goddess, but he's not exactly one to stick his leaves into the business of the alms who come his way. We're lucky we got him in a good mood, or we'd be goners. As for the gentleman who is sealed away in the rock, his name is Delphos. Long ago he tried, and failed to overthrow the mana goddess herself.
Inconceivable!
Unfortunately, it looks like that long nap didn't change his mind about revenge either.
Overthrow the goddess? But why would he do that?
Don't ask me. We weren't friends or anything. When Delphos was defeated the first time, his powers splintered, scattering all across the mortal realm. Lost to time and memory.
You're saying that the form we just fought wasn't even close to his true strength.
That's about the gist of it. If you ask me, Delphos is gonna need to find the rest of his fragmented power before he does anything else.
This complicates our current mission considerably. Given your age, I am fascinated by the breadth of your familiarity with history, Julei. I love to learn myself, but I have not heard half the stories you have related to us.
My age? Oh, right. I keep forgetting how little you know about spirit folk. Sproutlings have a very, very long lifespan. That guy from before, Orin, was it? He mentioned something about Ki and Fadiel, right? When I first sprouted, the world was called Fadiel. I know what I say sometimes sounds like ancient folklore, but it really was the world I grew up in.
You mean to tell me you're actually an old man?
Huh. The fact that I'm older than I look is your takeaway from all that?
I'm only 17. Should I be, I don't know, more respectful? Sir?
Nah, there's no need to get stuffy on me now, sonny. More importantly, we gotta do something about Delphos. And soon. The places where his divided power is being kept are the exact same ones where the Benevodons are locked away.
Benevodons?
Yup, Deilophos will have to release the seals to take back his power, which, lucky us, means the monsters can break loose.
There must be some mistake. I have read the old texts, and the Benevodons were felled by the legendary sword of the ancient hero Deilophos. The goddess bequeathed her blade to her champion to aid him in his adventure. It is an epic tale passed down through the generations in prose and performance alike.
Golly, they made plays? Mortals sure do like to talk about things they don't understand.
Then, do you think the story's gotten warped over the years?
Well, it is true that Deilophos was sent to destroy the Benevodons.
So wait, what's the problem?
If both Palomina and Jule's accounts are to be believed, then Deilophos must be planning to revive his once defeated foes, using those great monsters to visit his wrath upon the Mana Goddess.
If he's as stubborn as I remember, that's exactly what Deilophos wants. Resurrecting the Benevodons will throw the whole world out of whack. Even completing our pilgrimage wouldn't be enough to balance things out.
Getting Hina's core stone from Auron is one thing. How are we supposed to take it from an ancient hero?
Right now, we're the only ones who know that Deilophos is back. There's no one else we can turn to.
So you do intend to go after him?
I don't care if he's some legendary champion. He still took Hina's core stone, and I won't let him get away with it.
I'll go with you. It's way too late to turn back now anyway. Plus, I don't think my friends back in the burrow would want me to abandon the rest of the alms to go to the Mana Tree on my own.
It was never my intention to stay behind. The more of us stand against the enemy, the easier the fight will be. You'll need backup.
As a former dignitary, I cannot condone an individual such as Deilophos destroying any domain, no matter how diminutive.
Deilophos got the drop on us last time. Without the element of surprise, we can take him. And Hina's core stone, for that matter.
Now that that's settled, what's next?
Let's not go back to the sanctuary yet. I think that tree guy might be mad at us for the mess we left behind.
Deilophos said something about Earth after he woke up, right? Do you think he meant Guju?
Well, yeah. The Benevodons are sealed away near where each alm is chosen for the pilgrimage, of course.
But Liza and Watts are still in the area. We have to get back to Guju. I'm worried for Liza's safety. And Watts too, for that matter. We gotta hurry. But first things first. We gotta make sure we're battle ready. I'm not letting Deilophos make off with Hina's core stone again. Taking this?
Welcome. What will it be? Excellent choice. Thanks a bunch. Excellent choice. Thanks a bunch. Stop by again.
Yes!
Welcome. What'll it be? Come again.
our next move?
I cannot comprehend how the Delophos we dealt with could possibly be the hero of legend. How did it come to this? And why?
Gee whiz, enough with the questions. Why don't you ask him? It's not like I'm his keeper.
Yes! Let's ask Vuskov for a ride to Guchu.
Time for a handy-dandy fairy flute.
Let me see, is this?
At this point, I'm totally lost. I don't know what's going on. I barely know who's who. But now's the time for action, not thought. I'll do whatever needs doing.
We can always count on Karina's go-getter attitude.
Indeed. But we must not allow her to shoulder all the strife.
Let me see. A rare item! Found you, little cactus.
Got a good feeling about this. This is gonna hurt. Don't let it get away. Whatever happened to the flower on your head, Zulay?
I think it goes dormant after the alm is appointed. Why?
Aw. I really wanted to try and pluck it.
y'all had reached the mana tree by now. What happened to that seed you were gonna use to climb the cliffs?
Oh, we fixed that problem ages ago. You should see the size of the stalk.
Good to hear it. But you picked a heck of a time to be visiting Guju, let me tell you. A big feller with a sword to match showed up with Auron in tow. Things don't look good.
Auron's alive?
For now. But he doesn't stand a chance against Delphos.
He's trying his best by my account. They're up there now by Liza's resting place. If she gets hit by a stray attack, well, let's just say you better get up there as quick as you can. I don't want any harm to come to either of them.
I don't know how strong Auron is, but I doubt he's stronger than Delphos.
And there's Liza's statue. To worry about as well.
Auron. Liza.
Mana sword. I need it. I have to save Liza.
You are not worthy to be its master.
Oh no! Liza!
The rabble has returned, I see. The powers sealed within this land have returned to me. I have no more need of this place. Gareth, Avatar of Earth and Power, heed my summons. Destroy all that stands in your way, and live again!
Auron!
Not my best moment. I was too desperate, too selfish. Liza, I'm sorry. I only wanted to save you from all of this, but I failed. I wanted the power of the Mana Sword, so I could change this world. Val, I'm not asking for your forgiveness. Just remember the future we dreamed of. A world without sacrifices.
Auron? Core stones? But both of them. Auron. Liza.
Gotta say, humans and the like are more tenacious than I thought. To go so far for the sake of others. Sproutlings are connected to our fellows in our environment, but I've never seen that kind of devotion in our tribe.
Auron may have been mistaken in the means of his undertaking, but his vision for a world without alms was not without merit.
Say what you want, but I'm never gonna forgive him for what he did to Hina.
I guess that things are never as cut and dried as you want them to be. And this coming from me, mind you. if we'd only been able to learn more about Auron's plan before all this. Well, no use crying over a spilt watering can. Now that we're here, it's basically up to us to figure out whether Auron had the right of it or not.
You think he was telling the truth? About the Mana Sword having the power to change the world?
Beats me. I've never held a sword in my life, let alone a legendary one.
Auron's gone, but I have so many questions. There has to be more to this than we know. What he did was wrong, but I can't fault him for wanting to save someone.
I agree.
For now, let's go break the news to Watts about Liza and Auron. I promise, Auron. I'll remember, and I'll consider the vision you sacrificed yourself for. Plan our next move.
Did you find Auron? By the looks on your faces, I'm guessing.
Sorry. We were too late to save him. Or Liza.
Not your fault or responsibility. You tried your best, and I'm grateful for that. All I want to know is where that sword-wielded scum came from in the first place.
His name's Delafos, an ancient hero of legend.
What now?
There's trouble a-brewing. The Benevodon's loose. We better hightail it out of here pronto.
Benevodon? It can't be! Not one of them legendary beasts!
Yep, Gareth the Benevodon of Earth was sealed in these parts for thousands of years. Now that he's free, we're in for a bumpy ride.
We can't let Watts' home be destroyed. This village was special to Liza, and Auron too. We have to fight, everyone. Are you with me?
I mean, sure, if you think we're up to fighting an all-powerful primordial monster.
Right now, there's nobody else who can.
Y'all are willing to fight the Benevodon for us?
We have to try. Do you know where we can find Gareth?
I spotted the Benevodon deep in the Zawak Desert near an abandoned boat from bygone days. It's called the Diluc.
A boat in the sand. Well, it'll give us a foothold in the shifting terrain, at least.
With the seal broken and my powers being what they are, I'm easy pickings for a Benevodon. I know I've asked you for a lot already, but I'm begging you. Please save Guju one more time.
We will. Let's head straight to the Diluc.
Perfect.
Benevodons might be too much for us, but we have to protect Guju. Let's go. After what Auron did, and what he suffered, I don't know how I feel about him anymore. Sadness? Anger? What I do know?
Huh?
Give me your power. Time for a break.
They were My impression of Orin was not favorable, even at the end. But I assume the fire holds many more meanings to the man than us.
They were crazy stealing with the lack of closure for the emotions Orin left behind.
I'll do the honors. My guess is that's the boat we're looking for, the Dyla.
Then that's where we'll find the Benevodon. Get ready for a fight.
We made it to the Dialogue.
There is nothing that seems as sinister as a Benevodon here.
Should we board and take a look?
How? Can Ramco give us a lift?
Ramco's still a baby. She can't carry us all.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Ow. That's one way to board. There's nothing here.
Oh no. Something is here, all right? And it's a Benevodon. Gareth is coming! Take cover!
We won, but...
Defeating them won't make them disappear. The Benevodons are part of nature, aspects of the elements.
What's this?
Huh?
Oh my. Do you suppose this light could be the Lumina Lantern? One of the elemental vessels?
How did it turn up here of all places?
The legends say the heroes sailed the world defeating Benevodons in each empire. This craft and its contents are most likely a relic from that era. The goddess bequeathed the vessels unto her champion in order to aid him on his mission to seal the monsters.
That makes it sound like the hero and goddess were on good terms back then, considering her gifts.
Something must have happened that turned him against the Mana Goddess.
Deilophos used the dialect to seal away the Benevodon's original. His loss is our gain. If he wants to throw away his elemental vessels, then I say we call dibs on him. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Now what do we do? Even if we wanted to get Hina's core stone back, we don't know where Deilophos went.
If he's going around waking up sleeping Benevodons, maybe we can head him off. Ambush him?
The Benevodons seem to be sealed near the homelands of the Alms. There are 7 monsters left, so...
If you will permit a proposal. I know of someone stationed in the Lagrazzo Dark Archives who may be able to assist us. He is the most intelligent of all the students and scholars on the islet. His name is Aish, head curator of Lagrazzo.
The Dark Archives sound promising. We might even be in time to meet up with the newly appointed Alm of Darkness.
Thanks, Palomina. Lagrazzo is as good a place to start as any.
The Dark Archives are on the southern end of the Trinia continent, on Brazzo Islet.
Sounds like we gotta give Vuskov another call. The northern coast should be a good place to pick out a tune on the fairy flute. I almost forgot about that.
This? My new power?
I can aid my allies with this new strength. Is this proof of my new power?
The Alms of Light and Darkness. Have they finally been appointed?
Usually they would have made it to the capital by this point in the pilgrimage, but...
Nothing about this journey has been following the norms. It's troubling.
Well, the people at Legrazzo will probably know something.
Tell us more about the head curator, Palomina.
Ish is a very scholarly specimen. I have met none so knowledgeable on as many subjects as him. As my teacher, he took great care of me when I visited the islands.
Teacher, then. I look forward to meeting him.
Go eat punks like you for breakfast.
Legrazzo has the Dark Archives, which means there are lots of books there, right?
More than I have ever witnessed around the world. They say all knowledge is housed in its halls.
I hope we find more information about all this. And about Corstons. So gloomy here. Feels like we're gonna get jumped by a ghost or something.
Could you not, Val?
It is not as grim as all that, I assure you. Brazzo Islet is known for its rolling fog. Not to worry, we will get acclimated to it accordingly.
Is that a menacing shadow I see in the mists?
Julei, please.
Creepy spooks and frightened mooks.
Is that necessary?
The name does this place. It's justice. It sure is dark. Where should we look for Aish? I guess in town is as good a place to start as any. Taking this. Grizzly! Got some syrup. Taking this. Let's rest up. Taking this.
Pamail, welcome back to the archives.
Who are you?
Please, remain calm. I am pleased to see you in good spirits as always, Master Aish.
Quite. After the appointment of the new Alm of Water, we received word from Niccolo that the party had to set off without the rest of the alms. As you may have surmised, the Alm of Darkness has not yet been named. I believe you all made the correct decision. That is, if I am indeed addressing the Alms and Soul Guard, I am Aish, head curator of these archives. I am honored to make your acquaintances. If it were not for the presence of your companion here, I might have remained in the stacks and missed your arrival completely.
Did you call her Pamail earlier? What is that, a nickname?
Oh, I assumed her fellow alms would be familiar with her alias. Palomina prefers to go by Pamail when visiting Legrazzo incognito.
Oh, you mean when you wear that outfit that fools no one?
Unfortunately, yes.
Nonsense. Your disguise fooled the majority of the scholars who live here. They were indubitably convinced of your humble origins.
You are too kind, but the affirmation is appreciated.
Well, if you two are friends, that makes this quicker. Can you help us find a way to deal with Deilophos?
Deilophos? Interesting. I did not expect to hear the name of such an ancient hero spoken under these circumstances. Tell me more. An unsettling predicament you find yourselves in, to be sure. Much as I would love to analyze your encounter in detail, I do not think we are afforded the luxury of time. We must now turn our attentions toward a way to successfully oppose Deilophos.
Great! Less small talk and more problem solving.
Forgive my directness, but are you perchance a Sproutling? Your garb and stature seem to suggest so.
Could be. Who's asking?
This is the first time I've observed a Sproutling up close. Our resources on the subject are limited. Might I convince you to submit a few tissue samples for further study?
I'm kind of busy with this whole Deilophos problem. Maybe later?
I will take you up on that.
Whoa there, buddy.
Circling back to our previous discussion, I believe your best chance against Deilophos would be to set a trap meant to inflict harm and sap his power. Unfortunately, the creation of such things has long since been deemed dangerous, and knowledge thereof banned from general consumption.
Makes sense to outlaw things that hurt people.
You will find that it has taken quite some time for humanity to reach that same conclusion, I fear. Arvid's War comes to mind, the single longest and deadliest conflict in our history. The seemingly endless fighting only ceased when the Benevodon presence made itself known. The combat records of the time we have on file state that the Benevodon's anger itself was incited by the wanton consumption of mana power by the people of the world.
Oh, I get it. The scholars wanted to keep people from causing another war, so they banned the study of their most dangerous techniques.
As you say. But I digress. So goes the tale of how the legendary hero traversed the world, sealing away the Benevodons in each of the lands, as we currently understand it. Even here in Lagrazzo, we has a defeated Benevodon on the top tier of the Passagian Tome Spire, the Benevodon of Darkness, Zabelfar. After the monsters were sealed away, whispers of curses swept through the lands, warnings of prophetic disaster should the Benevodons awaken. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. As foretold, the Tome Spire now teems with fearsome enemies. The forbidden scripture you now seek rests in the middle of their nest, inaccessible to all who value their lives.
But what are we gonna do?
We must beat Deilophos at his own game, of course. Fear not. I will see you to the Passagian Tome Spire myself.
Did Ace just say he was coming with us? Into a den of monsters?
Can't be. He must mean to see us to the entrance.
Ace is certainly interesting, but he does seem to want to help us get to the Tome Spire at least. Taking this? This is kind of exciting. Is this?
We've restocked the stores of ink, but according to my notes, I am afraid that the structural support for the building must be replaced as well.
Already? How time flies. Since we replaced the posts on the same schedule as the Alms pilgrimage, without the fairy's arrival to remind us this year, we must have completely forgotten.
That's how you're propping up this place? Given the state of the architecture in Lagrazzo, I shouldn't be surprised. It's a little crooked.
How quick you are to judge. Every minute detail of these halls has been measured thoroughly for structural integrity. As such, even the slightest bit of negligence in the upkeep will cause the complete collapse of the building.
Then what are you doing? Get a replacement now!
The apprentice scribe was meant to acquire a suitable reinforcement, I believe. You should ask him. More importantly, am I in the presence of this year's Convoy of Alms?
Yes, indeed. Though they are currently lacking an Alm of Fire, the rest of them represent the Alms of Wind, the Moon, Water, and Wood.
Fascinating. An Alm of the Moon has not been designated for at least 16 years. We've sent several scribes to Aetern in the past to document the changes since its destruction.
I think those two got distracted.
What are we supposed to do about the building?
Honestly, I care more about Aisha's promise to show us to the Tome Spire.
You can't just let the building fall. I'll go ask the apprentice for starters.
We will accompany Aish, so as to attempt to extricate him from that animated exchange as soon as possible.
Hooray! We get to babysit the head curator of the Dark Archives.
Okay, if I were an apprentice scribe, where would I be? In the archives, I guess. Nice! Excuse me. I'm supposed to ask you about a structural support for the courtyard? Can you help?
Support? I don't know if we have any replacements stored away.
Hang on. Aren't you the one in charge of getting new ones?
I wasn't given any official requisition notice from management. Restocking these things takes time. I keep trying to tell them. Though, it is the scheduled maintenance period for the courtyard. The entire building could fall and crush the documents we have on file. There's a record of just such a tragedy in the past. A large number of tomes and the scholars in charge of them went missing after a freak accident. They were caught up in...
Oh no, I can't waste any more time. Forget about the history lesson. What can I do to help now?
Well, if you can find an object of equivalent length, I'm sure that will work. There has to be something here in the archives. Let's see here. The courtyard structure needs a post exactly 68.1 centimeters long. Thank you for taking the trouble to assist us. We hardly ever see such friendly visitors in Legrazzo.
Friendly, huh? You don't have a lot of helpful neighbors here?
A hazard of Legrazzo's locale. This gloomy place doesn't lend itself to cheerful company, I'm afraid. I suppose a soul guard from Tiania such as yourself may be predisposed to helping people. Is it one of the criteria from which they decide who to send with the alms? Or maybe...
Not another long-winded tangent. I don't have time. Hold that thought. Gotta take care of a few things. Right, so if I were a building support, where would I be? Guess it's back to the archives I go. Taking this. Hey, oh, wow. How is something so old in such good condition?
Can't you guess? Not a single one of us scholars cares a whit for cleaning. Oh, we have not touched the broom for centuries.
So it's a decoration? Well, I'd love to get some use out of the thing, but it's too long.
A pity. It is a marvelous instrument.
Then maybe you should, you know, tidy up? What's that thing for?
You mean this wooden scoop? It's for water, of course.
Really? I think the ones in Tiania are different.
Yes, well, you have access to forges in Tiania, do you not? Metalcraft is far easier to come by in a town blessed by the powers of fire.
Oh, that makes sense. Other places don't use as many metal tools, huh?
I believe we have all learned something from this exchange. Speaking of which, have you need of this scoop?
Nah, I'm looking for something to use as a support post, but that's a little too short and flimsy.
How disappointing for you and the scoop.
A new face? Splendid! Me? Why, I'm Von Voyage, legendary inventor and eccentric genius. And this is my fork of unusual size. A giant's fork.
A what?
A giant! Large, hulking humanoid monsters, you know? You do know, don't you?
From storybooks like the ones that Hina used to read, but not as guests at the dinner table. I didn't think they'd need forks.
This is proof of the existence of giants. Or it might be an oversized tribute to the goddess. Or a fluke manufacturing accident. Whatever it is, it has great historical value.
I didn't realize it was such an important fork. Too bad, since it's the length we're looking for to shore up the building.
Why didn't you say so? It's yours.
But I can't use something of great historical value as a support post.
Never sacrifice the now for the sake of the past. What matters is providing for the future. Wouldn't you agree?
When you put it that way. Okay, I'll try it. All right, now to take this back to Aish. Finally! This should be the perfect size. Now to take it back to Aish. If he's finished with his conversation, that is. Taking this. Let me see. A rare item.
My word, Sproutlings are like nothing I've ever seen before. There is so much we could learn, so much we could study.
You said you're of a very advanced age, correct? The regenerative plant-like properties in your genetic makeup might have something to do with it. Or perhaps...
Oh, you're back! Finally!
Sorry, it took a while to find something usable.
The diminutive nature of Sproutlings might be an evolutionary means to conserve energy within a small frame, according to a treatise I read last year.
Now, you have the replacement, right? Tell me you found something.
It's not exactly what we wanted, but I found a giant's fork that could fit the bill.
Oh, yes, the support. I nearly forgot about it yet again.
Do you mind? We were chronicling our newest discoveries on the growth cycles of Sproutlings.
Keeping your city from crumbling is more important.
I suppose we might as well replace the support post now before we become even more distracted. Let's see. A fine post, I must say. Make a note to replace this again exactly 1,460 days from now.
Val, in acknowledgement of your services to the archives, I would like to present you with the old support.
Thanks, but we don't need your leftover junk.
Goodness! I believe this item would be better identified as the elemental vessel, Shade Sight.
How fortunate! It appears that luck is on your side, Val.
They used an elemental vessel to prop up a structure?
We use the tools at our disposal to fix problems as they arise. But I digress. We are finished here, if I am not mistaken. Let us make our way to the Tome Spire, as promised.
I doubt that Aish and I will ever see eye to eye.
How do you manage to keep up with someone like Aish, Palomina?
We have been friends since our youth, and fellowship begets forgiveness. He has not changed.
So, you've known each other for a long time, then?
So, that's one more elemental vessel for us. Let's see what else Aish has to show us. Sounds like we all had a tough time with this little adventure. Better gear up and make sure I'm ready to take on the Passagian Tome Spire. Let's rest up! Yes! Got some syrup! Grizzly! Yes! Let me see. This might be useful. Got some syrup. Taking this. Let me see. Nice!
The Tome Spire was built by the Grand Archivist, Passagian. Stored within its depths is the forbidden book we seek. Passagian is said to have tamed the malevolent monster Zenoa, employing it to protect his collection of knowledge, including that tome. But before I digress further, let us go forth.
Say what now? Together? Didn't you say there were monsters in there?
I am aware of the dangers. Are you the sort that would leave a colleague behind? Or do I not count as a colleague, as I am not one of the alms you are charged with protecting? My safety is irrelevant to your current objective.
He's worried about your safety, and that's why he wants you to stay here. Don't assume Val's indifferent like you.
Aha! I believe I have a solution. From now on, you may consider me a friend. Surely the bonds of friendship are reason enough to bring me with the rest of the group. Now that that is settled, shall we climb the spire?
The nerve of some people. You can't just come and declare yourself someone's friend. It's gotta be a mutual thing.
My companions, calm yourselves. Aish is also an accomplished magic user. He will not slow our stride.
Kalamina, I know you like the guy, but...
Keep in mind that he cannot be dissuaded once he has made a decision.
Wow. I've never seen so many books.
Oh. The Grand Archivist Passagian recorded every single bit of knowledge he possessed. He preserved it all here in the Tome Spire, so that his wisdom might endure beyond his lifespan. Oh, a scholar's dream.
Every one of these books is full of stuff this Passagian guy just knew? There are more texts here than someone can read in a lifetime.
I don't know. I bet I could get through these while keeping watch over the burrow.
And how long were you intending to do that, Jule?
Gracious, I was almost entirely swept away. But we have a mission to complete. Avoid what skirmishes you can, and keep an eye out for the Forbidden Tome.
What is up with this place? The bookshelves move on their own?
Passagian's mastery of the magical arts knows no bounds. He devised an entire structure to protect his knowledge, and to this very day, it...
Oh no! Looks like Aish is falling behind!
Taking this!
Feel the power of the elements. got this.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
The Duckbears will surely delight
Incoming!
in our syrup donations. Little cactus?
What is going on? Why does this area look so warped? I can't tell up from down.
Oh, marvelous! I do so enjoy the experience of stasis flux, though I have only been in here once before. There are many theories, but we have no concrete proof of what causes this distortion. Mayhap I will solve the mystery one day. It could be linked to instability in the flow of mana power, or perhaps a byproduct of benevodonal interference, or even a trap laid by Passagian himself.
Great, we got it. Time to move on. Out of my way!
Morley, can I ask, what
Jaysh tends to say that when he's going off on a to digress means to deviate. So, with Jaysh's blessing, he's talking about other subjects.
Is that so? Well, in that case, everyone has it.
Intriguing. I should chronicle this encounter.
Thank you.
I'll carry on from here.
This construct becomes curiouser and curiouser the further we progress.
Jaysh doesn't seem bothered by it, but the whole place is strange.
I must make a point to mention these phenomena to Aish at a later time.
I hope he has answered. It's fine.
Grizzly! Got some syrup. Woohoo! Yes! Grizzly! Your might!
Arena taken over.
My thanks.
I got this.
Jule, is it just me, or is Morley being more curt than you?
It's not just you, but I don't think he's realized it himself.
Oh, then I suppose you and I must keep a close eye on any further developments.
It's good to see you and Jule getting along, Karina. Yes!
Woohoo! Woohoo!
There's something strange about this butterfly. Taking this. Try to run. Rumble. Unleash Unleashing my full power! Let's call on the elemental spirit! Hold on. I think I saw this in a book one time.
Karina, is your companion by any chance one of the legendary sacred beasts?
Is this the first time you noticed Ramco was here?
Apologies for the late introduction. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ramco.
Yes! Grizzly! Woohoo! Incoming! Woohoo! Woohoo! This is kind of exciting. Is this? Incoming! Got some syrup. Incoming! Let me see. A rare item! Woohoo! This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
The grunt work to you.
Feeling to assist. Feeling good. Very I'll carry on from here. Woohoo! Incoming! Incoming! Woohoo! Carry on from here.
I will take over. Take this.
Stand clear. Yeah. Yeah. Stand clear. Yeah.
We have arrived. The book we need should be in here. The disaster prophesied for this region may have something to do with the presence of monsters in the Tome Spire. But how inspired is it for Passagian to have utilized such misfortune for his own purposes? Zenoa is a sight to behold.
Now is not the time for observation. It's time for action.
Purposefully putting monsters in his place is a bit extreme.
I don't think this monster will go easy on us.
A shame that we must dispense with such an intriguing subject.
Gratitude!
Arena taken over.
Now is not the time for observation.
Purposefully putting monsters in his place is a bit extreme.
I don't think this monster will go easy on us.
Shame that we must dispense with such an intriguing subject. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes. After extracting the requisite essence from the components, the saturation level should be... Yes! I had not even begun to think of that technique. Passagian was truly a genius.
Once the substance is soluble, we will have the compound, correct?
Indubitably. Then finally the crystallization. It's all right here. The key to our success. The methodology is flawless, but the information is outdated. I believe with some adjustments to the necessary ingredients...
I see. It should be possible to procure these provisions.
Should we be having this conversation in a monster nest?
Careful, Morley. One might say you sound jealous if they didn't know better.
I'm not jealous. Let them talk about weird science experiments all day for all I care.
Fine, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Eureka! I believe I have struck upon a method to weaken Delaphos. But first I must consult with Bon Voyage. While I discuss the finer details with him, you must gather the ingredients necessary for the elixir.
Ingredients? What ingredients?
I must be off. Palomina, explain it to them.
And there he goes.
Do not worry. I know what elements are essential to the execution of this endeavor. Shall we? There are 3 ingredients that Aish would like us to acquire. First, the croak of a frog. Next, a striped egg, only laid once every 1,000 years. Finally, the fur of a chatty cat.
That's a tall order. Where do we find all that?
Didn't Aish and that other guy talk about all this junk earlier? You know, when Val was looking for the support post.
Right. I did hear some mention of stuff like that. And I wasn't tuning out the conversation, at least.
I think we'll be able to find all of it right here in Lagrazzo.
Aish ordered us around, then hightailed it out of here. Though I guess we are the ones asking for the favor in the first place.
Palomina, I had a question for you. How would you describe your relationship with Aish?
Do forgive me for forcing you all to toil at the behest of my associate, and with hardly a hello from Aish himself. I suppose that I consider him my trusted tutor. I quite admire his capacity for learning, and his passion for attaining knowledge. At times, Aish comports himself like a mature intellectual, and at others, I confess, I consider him like a brother brimming with curiosity. But perhaps what I most appreciate is that even after my ascension to the throne, Aish treated me the same as always. Yes, he is a close companion of mine.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that.
Morley, you should have asked to talk to her in private or something. Give yourself some alone time, you know?
Your plight has stirred the muse within me. I think I'll write a song about you. Don't worry, I'll perform it for you first.
What are you two going on about?
Please accept my apologies for any affront that Aish may have afforded. I should have warned everyone about his abrasive nature.
There you go again, acting like the big sister. Come on, everyone, let's hop to it. If we split up, I bet we can find all these ingredients in no time. That's 3 ingredients we need for the elixir. We should be able to find them in the area. Better start looking. Let's plan our next move.